guys, it's Stephanie again, and I'm going to show you how to do some fun summer updos. A couple little tips on how to wear your hair if you're like going out to a winery, or you just have like dirty second day hair that you really need to throw up quickly. It's kind of like a really awesome time saver in the morning. We're gonna use Susie again as a model, and the first thing that we're gonna do is start off with a nice little bump on top. This is actually really easy to do, especially if you've got a second day hair, so you've got a little bit of product buildup in the hair. So we're gonna start off by finding the top part of the head, and when you find the very top part of your head, it's different on most people, but typically it's about right here. We're gonna just gather a little rectangle of hair. It doesn't have to be very big, maybe about 1 inch in diameter and 3 inches in length. And we're going to just make sure that that's brushed really nice and smooth, just with a regular comb. We're not gonna tease it very aggressively. We're just going to put the comb in and kind of just gently comb backwards, maybe like 2 to 3 times, just to create a little tuft of hair right here, and only on the back side. And then I'm using a collage finishing spray. This is actually my favorite hairspray. So I'm just going to spray on the back side, and then I'm going to use my can to place right here to just create a nice little smooth hump with like the smoother hairs over top. So then when you have that in place, just kind of like gently spread that out. And use your fingers just to kind of, or you can actually even take a comb just to kind of blend those little pieces together. So this creates a nice little kind of bump there, but it doesn't look too over teased or, you know, crazy looking. So once this is done, we're just gonna gently spray over everything. And when creating like a soft updo, dry hairspray is actually really awesome because it gives you like a grip or a texture, makes the hair a little bit gritty. And if you've got second day hair, if you're wearing it up, you're probably gonna wash it the next day anyway. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of lightly mist through. You kind of wanna like air dust this in. You don't wanna, you know, concentrate it too much. Just kind of like swipe it through. So this is great for braiding as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create a really low loose braid. And if you're doing it on yourself, you can actually break this into 2 pieces and pull it to the front and braid it, which is what I do on my hair a lot. So you just wanna gather low to the side, create a 3-part braid. I can do some videos on braiding too. I'm sure everyone, you know, can do a 3-part braid, but if you can't, you can watch one of the videos and learn how. But anyway, we'll do a really low braid. Very loose. If some of the pieces fall out, that's okay because that looks really pretty. It creates a lot of texture. I'm gonna just put an elastic on the end here. I'm just using these little drugstore elastics because you can just trim them out when you're done and toss them away. And they're hidden a lot better than some of those bigger bulky elastics in the hair. So again, we're just gonna break it into 3 parts. And you wanna braid this really low and very loose because we wanna be able to pull some pieces out. If you get a little wonky guy like that, you can just smooth it down. So we're gonna create very low, loose 3-part braids. Again, the little scraggly guys hanging out, that's fine. So we're gonna leave a little bit of hair out on the ends because we're gonna use that as part of our styling towards the end. Put in our little elastics here. And then what you want to do is you want to kind of pull the pieces out a little bit. That's where the texturizing or the dry spray comes in. Mix it a little bit. It gives it a little bit of grip so the hair is not so silky. And we're seeing, especially on Pinterest, all these really beautiful kind of bohemian style braids, and this is how you achieve it. You start at the top, hold the ends, and you slightly pull the outside pieces. You can even kind of like swish your fingers together, and that creates like a really beautiful, very loose braid. It's almost like people want their hair to look like they braided and slept in it, and that's how it looks the next day. So you take the pieces, gently pull, and you can go back and do 2 or 3 passes of this. You don't have to try to like pull it all out at one time, and if you end up pulling a huge hunk out, it's fine. Just start the braid over or go ahead and style it out and then pin it up later. So we're just creating these really soft, beautiful, and her highlights actually, it's a balayage technique that we do in the salon, and it's beautiful, and it looks beautiful when you wear these styles up. Okay, so now that it's kind of where I want it to be, I'm gonna mist it a little bit more with the dry shampoo, and we're gonna spray a little bit more with hairspray, really just to keep these hairs kind of smooth. Now the front of her hair I've just left really loose, and I'll turn it around, but she's got some layering, so those little pieces are falling out, and that absolutely looks gorgeous. So we'll spray those pieces. And now it's where your creativity comes in. What's easiest to do is to lay one braid over the other, pull it back through, almost like you tie a knot in one braid over the other braid. And then we're gonna take just some bobby pins and just start to pin one piece into the next. When you have enough texturizing spray in, it really will just stay in place. I typically will do a crisscross with my pins in order to really secure that piece, and then we can fold the other piece into that and just kind of twist it under. So we're just creating, like, this is called a chignon, like a very low, pretty braided look. So you can just kind of work with it. I do this a lot without even looking, so it's actually a really quick, nice way to braid it up. We can take some of these pieces and start to pull them in. Kind of like pinch a little bit of the hair from side to side, and then pin that in. You can use a bobby pin or a hairpin to do that. And then I actually pull my mirror open in my bathroom and look from side to side, and then just kind of, whoop, that'll happen. And just look from kind of like side to side to see what looks pretty. Okay, so we're gonna put maybe 2 pins in there. Her hair is actually pretty clean, which is a hindrance sometimes when you're trying to do an updo. So we're just gonna pin some pieces in until it looks like a really pretty loose bun at the back of her neck. So some of those little pieces that are coming out, that just looks actually beautiful, I think. You can kind of pull a few little strands down just to have some looser pieces. But basically you kind of get the idea, just a really low, loose bun of twisted up pieces. And there's your fun summer updo. Can you turn around, see?